You've come back to Bellewood. The lanterns are lit, and the fire's glow spills across the tavern floor. Sit closer now. Let the hearth tell you a story.
Bellewood is a village of light. Lanterns swinging on every corner. Tallow candles glowing in every window. But there was a winter when all the lights nearly went out. And two rival candlemakers had to decide whether they would let the darkness win or kindle something neither expected. This is the story of Miriam Bell and Josiah Hale, the woman who poured her heart into beeswax, and the man whose hands knew nothing of gentleness until he met her. Miriam Bell's candle shop sat at the south end of Bellewood Green, its windows warm with golden glow even on the darkest evenings. She was known for her beeswax tapers, smooth, honey-scented, with flames that burned steady through long nights. At the north end stood Josiah Hale's workshop, where tallow candles were poured in heavy molds and stacked in neat rows. His candles were practical, lasting, and lacking any softness, just like the man himself. Their rivalry was quiet but sharp. When Miriam passed Josiah on the cobblestones, they nodded coolly but never spoke. Hale's candles burn cold, the villagers whispered. Bell's candles are for dreamers, not working men. And so they kept to their own corners. It happened on a frost-bitten evening. A child's lantern overturned in the square, the flame leaping hungrily onto dry hay. Within minutes, half the green was bathed in smoke and shouts. Miriam ran from her shop, apron flying, as Josiah doused buckets over a neighbor's roof. When the flames finally hissed into steam, half the town's candles had melted in the heat. "We'll need more light," someone cried. "There's not enough to last the winter nights." Two pairs of eyes turned reluctantly toward each other. For the first time, Miriam stepped inside Josiah's workshop. It smelled of smoke, iron, and faintly of lard. "If we're to meet demand, we'll have to work together," she said briskly. "I don't like it," Josiah grunted, "but I don't see another way." They worked in silence that first day, her shaping slender tapers, him pouring heavy molds. But as hours stretched on, the silence softened. "Why do you scent your candles?" he asked one night. Because light should comfort more than just the eyes, she said softly. And you, why make them so plain? Because life doesn't need frills to be steady. And yet, Miriam murmured, a little softness can keep a flame from guttering. They worked together tirelessly, day after day, night after night. At first, their conversation was strained, awkward, but soon it became cordial. They shared stories of their childhood, lessons learned through the years. They bickered over scents and wicks, dipping versus molds. Miriam thought Josiah was provincial, and Josiah felt she was impulsive and frivolous. Never would you meet people more opposite. And yet they held one thing in common: the desire to light the world one flame at a time. One evening, when the sun gently slipped down the horizon, Josiah turned to look at Miriam. A look crossed his face that she had not seen before. Intrigue, perhaps even hope. The moment was broken as he absently put his hand on the copper mold, burning his fingers. Miriam took his fingers gently, smearing salve across the red skin. "Your hands are strong," she said, "but they don't always have to be hard." He didn't reply, but her touch lingered like warmth beneath his calluses. And the next day, his candles were poured a little thinner. The edges smoothed where they hadn't been before. As the days grew darker, their conversations lightened. It is said that their laughter could be heard in the fields far away. They grew from adversaries to polite acquaintances, and then to companions and friends. They were seen together often in the town square, sitting on a bench, eating their lunch with smiles on their faces and eyes that looked like every day was a gift of wonder. Under their partnership, Bellewood changed too. Soon, Bellewood's windows glowed brighter than ever. Candles went from scarce to plenty, each being the perfect mixture of softness and strength. In the final hours of work, Josiah reached across the bench, brushing wax from Miriam's sleeve. "I used to think you too delicate for this trade," he said softly. "And I thought you too unfeeling for it," she replied. "Perhaps we were both wrong," he smiled faintly. From that day forward, they walked the village green together every evening after, their lantern casting one steady honey-scented glow. And if you light a candle in Bellewood on a cold night, it's said you can still smell the faintest trace of beeswax and hear laughter in the wax as it melts.